Before I begin the video, I just want to flag, as always, that I am not a qualified financial advisor and nothing I say should be considered as financial advice. Hello, I'm the Jolly Saver and this is my Budget With Me video for April 2024. So I am on a mission to try and get my budget under control so I don't keep dipping into my emergency fund. So I thought that if I start making these videos, it'll help keep me accountable. So I started the month with, well, actually I started the month with £2,600, but because it was the bank holiday weekend, I've already sort of spent some of that money on different bits and bobs. So in terms of what I'm budgeting £2,400, but in future videos I will be starting to be more disciplined at this and budgeting from my monthly pay. So the first thing that I need to set aside to come out is the essential bills. So my portion of that for my mortgage, my gas and electric and other things that we need to pay is £675. I live with my partner, so we do share these bills. And then the other bills, which are just for me, are my subscriptions and membership. So my gym and my phone bill, for example, and then that leaves me with £1,664 for the next categories. So the next categories, we've got mortgage overpayment. So at the moment, well, previously we've been overpaying by £600 per month. Given that we are, given that I've kept dipping into my emergency fund, I'm being a bit more relaxed about mortgage overpayments this month. So our standard mortgage payment is £509, and we are rounding up, well, massively rounding up the payment to £1,000 this month. So it's an overpayment of £491. And my share of that overpayment is £300 because me and my partner split our bills and things based on our salaries and how much they differ. So that's a mortgage overpayment. The next one is my stocks and shares ISA. I've previously been contributing to this £300 per month, but I am being a bit more relaxed on this month because it's important that I get my budget under control. So that is being given £25. And then I have premium bonds, which again, you know, I'm putting a little bit into at £25, but not as much as I have been previously. And then the last thing is the emergency fund, which is £100. So there is a temptation for us to put lots of money in my emergency fund because it is really low at the moment. You know, I haven't made that update video for March, but it has reduced again. But what I'm trying to do is get in the habit of budgeting properly, so I only touch my emergency fund in case of emergencies. So I'm hoping to build it up slowly while building good budgeting habits. So after all those sort of pay me first expenses, so I just briefly mentioned this, you know, I follow the personal finance methodology of paying myself first. So looking at all my savings goals and taking them out of my income before I move on to the sort of discretionary spends. So that leaves me with £1,214 to spend. So next up, I have some float money. So because of the way I'm budgeting, I'm separating money into different pots in my kind of banking app, but I do want some money left over in the kind of main pot in case there's any unexpected bills that come out, because I don't want to be taken into my overdraft. So I've got £200 there. It might seem a lot of money, but if I don't use this money, then it'll just roll over to the next month. So this won't be a category next month, if that makes sense. The next one is groceries, £500. Now this is a lot this month, but I hate feeling like I haven't got any money in that section. So I'd rather it makes me feel good if I know I've always got money there for groceries to spend. Next we've got public transport at £40. I do try and walk a lot, but weather dependent, I sometimes have to get public transport. So £40 to top up my Metro card should be a good number. And then I've got meals out, which I've put £100 against. Yeah, this might be a challenge because we've got a couple of trips planned this month that I've already paid for, but we'll have to spend on kind of eating out. So £100 might be a challenge, but I'm going to try and be strict and maybe try and see where we can get deals so we can still eat out or get takeaways, but not be as expensive. So next up, so yeah, I said this was a test of a video. I haven't done the arrows thing on this one, but we'll roll with it. So the next up is we've got holidays at £100. So I haven't planned anything for the summer yet, but want to go somewhere in the summer, so that's getting £100. We've got big future holidays of Japan and Orlando, which I'm setting £5 against. And then I've got two categories, experiences, which covers theatre tickets and concert tickets and things that I enjoy doing, which is getting £100, and then miscellaneous, which is getting £100, and that is things that crop up that I haven't really planned for. So for example, maybe I need a new suit, or kind of something that I wasn't expecting that doesn't fit into one of the other categories. And then the last, so taking out all these, I have £64 remaining. And then the last categories I've got is birthdays. So I'm putting £20 in a birthday pot, and that is for family and friends' birthdays. So when they crop up, I've got money there as for presents. And then I've got Christmas, which is £40. So I'm on a mission to save up a fund for Christmas so that it's not as expensive when I get to December. And then the final thing, and it is really, I put anything left over into the charity pot, so I've got £4 there in my charity pot. I will just mention that all these spending pots are just my own personal ones, so they're not joined for me and my partner. So he manages his own money, so yeah, so these numbers just relate to one person. So my spending pots before I did the budgeting and before I moved money across looked like this. So I was just starting out, and the only pot I really had money in was the Christmas pot and some in the dentist pot. But now after moving all the money across, they look like this. So you can see there I've got my £500 across my kind of shopping and groceries, £40 for my metro travel, £100 in my meals out, £100 in experiences and holidays and miscellaneous. My Christmas pot now is building up nicely, so I've got £120 there. I'm aiming to have around £500 in there by December time. And then, yeah, as I said, I've got a charity pot building up, and then once it gets to £40, I'll be buying an emergency food parcel for the charity that I support. So yeah, so that's my budget with me videos. If you've got any comment on my budget, any areas you think I should cut back, or maybe tips to think about to manage it going forward, then do let us know, and I'll update you on the next video, kind of when I do the next video series of these, with how I found the budget, if I stuck to it, what the challenges were, and if I've got any tips, and I'll see you on the next video.